everybody, this is your host, the Platinum Knight, here with a double first impressions video, and today's double first impressions is Smurfs and Happy Gilmore 2. Starting with Smurfs. This is a movie that I really wasn't planning on seeing, especially in the theaters. Me and my friend Omni-chan saw this movie together at a really nice mall in an AMC theater. Originally, we were supposed to watch Jurassic World Rebirth, but the problem is this AMC barely had any showtimes. But there was plenty of showtimes for the Smurfs because it was a little bit newer, and so we decided, okay, why not? This is also one of those movies that I ended up not making a going to see video out of because, I just didn't feel like it. And what are my thoughts on Smurfs? I enjoyed it, everybody. It's a really good kids movie. Like, no joke, this movie legitimately surprised me. Before I talk about this film any further, I think it's important to give some context. I've never seen any of the other Smurf live-action movies. You know, the one with Neil Patrick Harris. I've never seen the Smurfs 2, and Smurfs The Lost Village. Yeah, I've never seen those movies before, so I don't know if those movies are better and I can't compare. I have seen a couple of episodes of the Smurfs TV show when I was like, what, a baby? And I barely have any recollection of that TV show. Based on my research, from what I understand, originally there was supposed to be the Smurfs 3, but it was cancelled due to the Smurfs 2 underperforming and getting a massive poor critical reception. Not to mention, Jonathan Winters, the voice actor of Papa Smurf, sadly passed away, and so this led to higher ups at Sony to decide, you know what, let's just reboot the whole franchise. What really surprised me the most after watching Smurfs is, if you go on Rotten Tomatoes right now, the critical reception is at 21%. However, if you look at the audience score, at least it's at 64%. Yeah, everybody, in my opinion, I think the audience score is a lot more trustworthy compared to the critic score. What I really like about this movie is surprisingly the main character, and that is No Name Smurf. I just find him to be so relatable, even though I really despise James Corden. If you can get past the fact that he voices No Name Smurf, then he's a really relatable character. I like the idea of No Name Smurf being the only Smurf in the whole village with supposedly no talent. I think the reason why I can personally relate to him is because there have also been points in my life where I have felt the same way many times. Now, I'm not gonna spoil this movie because this is a first impressions video, but let's just say No Name does eventually find something to help him out. Even though I don't listen to any of Rihanna's music, she is still a great singer. And to be more honest, I actually thought she was perfect to play the voice of Smurfette. Another character that really surprised me was Papa Smurf. I really like what this reboot did and giving him a new backstory. And John Goodman definitely did perfect as Papa Smurf. Going back to the critical reception of this movie and looking at some of the criticisms that people had with this film, supposedly the reason why a lot of people don't like this film is because everything this film has done was already done in the previous live-action Smurf movies. I think that's the reason why I ended up really enjoying Smurfs, because I've never seen any of the previous movies before, so of course to me it's gonna be really refreshing. So I may be a little bit biased, but hey, I mean, at the end of the day, all that matters is I still enjoyed the movie, and that's good enough for me. And me and my friend ended up having a great time that day. Anyways, Smurfs is a good movie, or at least in my opinion. The musicals and songs were very well done. It is a good family movie, and I highly recommend it to anybody who has never seen a Smurf film before, especially for your kids. The next movie I'm gonna talk about is Happy Gilmore 2. This was one of those movies that I really did not plan on seeing. Way more than the Smurfs. The way I saw this film was over at my aunt's house. Yeah, my aunt was having a barbecue and me and my family decided to go, and Happy Gilmore 2 just so happened to be playing on their TV on Netflix. The food wasn't even done yet, and so I thought, oh, okay, why not? So I sit down on the living room couch and I decided to watch it while the food was being cooked. When it comes to Adam Sandler, he's definitely had his really high ups or his really low downs. I remember when Happy Gilmore 2 was first announced and I was just like, oh no, that doesn't sound like a good idea. I would say Happy Gilmore would have to be one of Adam Sandler's best comedies that he has ever made. Way funnier than The Waterboy, The Wedding Singer, and Billy Madison. The original Happy Gilmore would definitely have to be Adam Sandler's highest peak. So making a sequel to an already great comedy is a very challenging one. And what are my thoughts on Happy Gilmore 2? It sucks, everybody. Yeah, it really sucks. This movie is terrible. What really baffles me the most are the people that defend this movie saying it's good. I've even seen some people saying Happy Gilmore 2 is somehow better than the original. And I'm just like, bruh, not even close. It's super dull and unfunny. It's unoriginal, and this film did not make me laugh not one time. So get this crap. The movie starts off with Happy accidentally killing Virginia by hitting her in the head with a golf ball. Meaning, for those of you who enjoyed that happy ending in the original, well, now that's ruined. Then a couple years later, we see Happy eventually going back to playing golf, and get this, I'm not even joking when I say this, the reason why Happy Gilmore goes back to golfing is so that way he can pay for his daughter's ballet classes. I really wish I was joking. Aside from the lame plot, as I've said earlier, the jokes are just weak. There are scenes in the movie where Shooter McGavin does come back, you know, the main villain from the first movie, and it's just pancakes. There you go, that's the joke. He likes pancakes. Shooter McGavin likes pancakes. That's it. No punchline, just pancakes. I find it so ironic to the people who are defending this sequel saying that it's somehow better than the original, because this sequel is literally just a member berries fest. The whole movie plays on your nostalgia. The funny thing is, this movie literally plays 10% of clips from the first film. Netflix, if I want to watch the original Happy Gilmore, then I'm gonna watch the original Happy Gilmore. I don't need it to be re-shown to me in a awful sequel. Also, are we really supposed to believe that Chubbs had a son that also lost his hand? Gee, what a major coincidence. Anyways, Happy Gilmore 2 is a bad movie. Don't watch it, especially if you love the original. Alright everybody, that's it for this double first impressions video. That's it for my first impressions on both Smurfs and Happy Gilmore 2. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then please be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for new videos. This has been your host, the Platinum Knight, and peace out everybody. You have yourselves a good one.